Duty calls. So I am back, currently feeding the baby. She just did a number two, and whenever she do a number two, she is like ready to eat, like literally right after. When I was talking to the nurse about it, like when I was at the hospital, the nurse had said that it was almost like the baby kind of clears out its whole entire like, stomach and is ready to eat again. So I'm like, okay, fine. Like if that's the case, that's the case. So she is on the boob right now, and like I was saying before, if you love this channel, if you love the content that I've been producing so far, please subscribe to this channel. It helps out a lot. And today's video is going to be focused on my labor and delivery story, you guys. So as you guys know, this channel is called Better with Bree, and it's really focusing on just improving oneself no matter where you are in life. And at this point in stage of my life, I am a first-time mom, new mom, and I am adjusting. I pretty much, you know, before that was doing like personal training, group training, full-time, and ever since having my baby girl, it has definitely really made me rethink about readjusting how I want my life to be like moving forward. I am still going to do fitness, so I am working on some rebranding, which will probably come about in the new year. But for now, I want to take you guys on this journey of mommyhood. So if you guys are first-time moms, if you guys are a mom that is about to deliver, I definitely want to wish you much success. Originally, I was set to get induced at 39 weeks just due to my baby's size. She was a little bit on the smaller side, but let me tell y'all, she surprised us definitely when she decided to come into this world, and baby girl was perfect. But pretty much the baby was just ready to be delivered, and honestly, even with the induction at 39 weeks, everything just kind of like worked into play. So a week before I was set to get induced, I had started to lose my mucus plug. I really wasn't experiencing like any pain like that, but I was like, okay, like I think the baby's gonna be coming soon, because you know, like when you lose your mucus plug, at some point, you know, contractions may just start to begin. Also, when I had went to my last appointment on that Tuesday, before that weekend when I was supposed to get before that coming weekend when I was supposed to get induced, that Tuesday I was already dilated 3 centimeters. And it's so weird because like in my mind I always picture it like the vagina just being like open like 3 centimeters, but of course like that's just not how it like works. But you know, when you go into a little further detail, it makes a little bit more sense. So I was already 3 centimeters dilated. Now my child's father, who was coming into town that Friday, that night I had experienced like back pain, and I was like, you know, like this is normal. Like I normally experience a little bit of back pain, you know, because I've been experiencing back pain through this entire pregnancy. But it was like pain that was going in and out that I didn't even realize was contractions, because I used to only think that you could have contractions in your stomach, but apparently you can either have them in your stomach or your back, or maybe even both. So but I had all of my contractions in my back. So I want to include a little clip it real quick. Whew, good girl is going at it. Hold on. Let me get her. Had to get her to try to get a deeper latch. I'm currently working on a deeper latch, because when the baby's not latched right, that's when nipples tend to be a little bit more sore. So, alright, so let me include the clip right now. Oh, they take cash. Oh, yeah, cash real card.
Somebody in there got Cash App. I guarantee you that, though.
I just lost some. I wanted this group. Oh, Aaron.
What?
I wanted this group.
Oh, what?
Alright, y'all. So as you guys can see from that clip, that was the day that I was supposed to get induced. And my dad and my child's father was set to go to like the barber real quick, because we were kind of just like waiting till time like passed by. And before that happened, I had like went to the bathroom, and I like saw a little bit of like slightish red, like slightish pink, and I was like, all right, like what's going on? Like I was like, maybe I'm losing more of my mucus plug, because your mucus plug can be like a little bit pinkish, maybe a little bit reddish too. And so I was like, oh, it's nothing, like let me go ahead and put a pad on. So I went ahead and put a pad on, and then my mom was like, oh, let's go outside and take a group picture for like memories for whatever reason. So we were like, all right, cool. Like the weather's nice outside, so we always outside. And out of nowhere, my water broke. So in that time period, like my dad and my child's father was about to go to the barber. They were literally walking up the street, and then, y'all, sometimes I swear my baby likes to just be gnawing on my nipple. Come on, baby girl. And she'd be like falling asleep at the nipple too. Y'all, this is real. This is like real, real deal. As I tell the story, but like I said before, as we took the group picture, and then my child's father and my dad was about to just be like, oh, let's go around the corner and go get a haircut real quick, you know, guys. And right as they were walking up the street, like my water just like broke, and I was just like, it was like a gush of water, y'all. Like it was like I knew my water broke because I never had that much water just literally come out of my vagina. Like this wasn't like a feeling of your period blood like coming out of you. Like this was real deal like water. And in my mind I was like, oh my god, like the baby don't have no more fluid, but the baby is still okay. So we did go directly to the hospital after, because I knew that since that Tuesday, I was 3 centimeters dilated, and I didn't know if I had progressed even more like by that Saturday. So I was like, let's go straight to the hospital. I am definitely, you know, at this point, like for my first pregnancy, I was a huge advocate for being at the hospital for my first pregnancy, because everything is really like a learning process when it comes to, you know, pregnancy for myself. And I was just like, I just want to be in like the safest environment possible if anything was to happen. I don't know anything about, you know, the process of pregnancy, how to safely deliver a baby. So I was like, that's where we're going to go. So I have been serving at a hospital here. I have been served to at a hospital here in Pennsylvania, and everything honestly like was really, really great. So I got to the hospital. The doctor checked to see how far I was dilated, but also to confirm that my water broke, which of course, like I knew that my water broke already. And so the nurse who was assigned to me came in, but I had other support nurses as well, because I was being served by the midwife nursing area of the hospital. And honestly, I feel like I had a really like smooth like delivery. Like I labored for 6 to 7 hours. It did feel like a long time, but like not really that long. I ended up getting the epidural. That was, you know, just in the plan to just do, because I really wanted to have, hold on, let me readjust. I really wanted to make sure that my pregnancy was peaceful, and I really felt like if I didn't have to subject myself to a certain amount of pain, like why do that? So I had the epidural. I was very grateful for the epidural. I don't regret it at all. And yeah, once the epidural kicked in, and I got induced a little bit more with the contractions, like they started to go from literally from every 20 minutes to every 15 minutes to every 10 minutes to every 5 minutes. And once those contractions got closer together, like I was grateful for, of course, the epidural, because one thing for sure is like, even though you do get the epidural, you'll still feel pressure. You won't feel like pressure and raw pain. I like to kind of say it like that, but you will still feel the pressure of the baby pushing down to come out. And like in my mind, like when that baby started coming out, y'all, I was just like, wow, like a baby is really coming out of me. Like this is really happening. This is like the final moment that we've all been waiting for. And I had my child's father there. I had my sister there, which I was really grateful for. She recorded everything, which I'll include like a little bit in this video like shortly. But I am really grateful for a smooth process. And I think that for me, because I did a lot of like researching, because I did a lot of like homework in regards to the kind of process that I wanted to have, it really made my life a little bit easier. So I highly recommend it, you know, if this is your second, even if this is your second pregnancy, or even if this is your first time pregnancy, I highly recommend that you really like do your research and do your homework in terms of like what you want that environment to be like, who you want to be in the room, because there are different like restrictions when it comes to COVID. With some hospitals, I know that with the hospital that I deliver it, they were restricted on like 2 people only, like in the labor and delivery room. But visitors were kind of like unlimited, like post the baby. And yeah, so that just allowed me, again, just kind of doing my research, doing my homework, allowed me to have a really positive birthing experience. And y'all, I'm just grateful. Like, this experience is definitely like a journey, for sure, but you know, seeing the positivity of it all, it's just makes life just so much more warmer, y'all. So I'm probably going to continue this shortly. I'm going to include, you know, some other clips in here. And yeah, y'all, thank you.
So 9:30, you started pushing. So push for 30 minutes. You are a rock star. Right, quick.